a sweetie. Hello.
There you go. I told Joe we're going to need to get him a lint brush after this.
What a beauty.
Okay, so I saw The Brutalist, and...
Unfortunately.
I understand why it's winning every award. Why do you choose the scripts that you do? Because you're very particular and you care a lot about the films that you choose and filmmakers, it seems.
I think, yeah, in this instance, like, I just hadn't read a script like it before. I read it a while ago now, I think in 2019.
Did it have the intermission in the script?
Yeah, it had an intermission in it. So
I mean, that's the way we grew up watching films.
It's fun, I think, and like it gives you time to think and to go to the bathroom, but to have a think about what you've seen. It's a big old-fashioned epic, and because it was a small budget and it was a big film and it was shot in about 30 days, so he had
Really?
Oh yeah.
You shot this film, this 3.5 award-winning epic in 30 days?
Yeah, 30 days.
That's crazy. Let me just give some perspective. Usually, most films are made in at least 3 months and sometimes 6 months.
Yeah, it was against the clock.
You take a lot of risks because you could be, like, in the leading role of a lot of the films you choose, but you go a different route. How do you choose what you choose? Because you work with incredible people.
That's nice of you to say, thanks. I think I felt very spoiled. My first job leaving drama school was with Ang Lee, was the director.
Oh my gosh, Ang Lee. Oh my God, Sense and Sensibility, The Ice Storm, I mean...
Life of Pi, Brokeback Mountain, yes.
Yes.
So many amazing films, and I thought after that experience, if I can try and grow and learn that way and follow filmmakers that I love and that I respect, I'd love to try and do that, and whether that's jumping into something for a couple of weeks or for 3 months, then that's what I'd love to do.
You mentioned drama school. What was something that you did in drama school?
I spent an abnormal portion of my life pretending to be an animal.
So when my first daughter was born, I don't know why, but I would constantly make animal noises with and for her.
Tell me about that.
Well, I would say, like, bear.
You would do the noises.
Yes.
Right.
And, you know, frog, ribbit.
These are great. These are great.
And dolphin.
That's actually very good.
Oh, really? Oh, good. Okay, so what did they have you doing? And, like, you spent a particular lot of time on one animal.
Yeah, you spend about a term doing animal studies, and they give you a solo animal and a group animal. And my solo animal was a tiger, and my group animal, not quite as glamorous, was a llama. And our school actually, it was quite close to London Zoo. We were so nearby that we would go and we'd study our animals. But there was a section, like a little green area, where they wanted us to practice our animals in. And people would be walking around like real members of the public, watching these crazy, like, 21-year-olds rolling around on the floor, roaring or grunting or...
So what
I was just a sleeping tiger at that point. I was hiding under a bush.
Is it true that you also played a sausage? How did the sausage come into play?
Well, the sausage came into play in a group workshop. We're all walking around the room and you're pretending to be a color or something strange like that. And then they say, and now you're a sausage. And you kind of think, all right, you go with it. You're not quite sure what that means. And then you're a sausage in a pan. And everyone sort of starts wiggling and vibrating.
Yeah, I'm definitely picturing. I'm like, if I was a sausage, I guess I'd be like this. And then in the pan, it's, ow, ow.
You're in, role of a lifetime.
I've always wanted to play a sausage. I like these, like, odd questions sometimes. So will you play a game with me called Pop Quiz? It's the silly questions.
Let's do it.
It's Pop Quiz, everybody.
Oh, wow.
I had a feeling. Okay. So yes, you have one with a question. You get to prick it, which is part of the fun. Prick it. What does it say?
The funniest thing someone has yelled at you. Oh, God. I had a policeman when I was very young, when I was about 8 years old. And I thought it would be a fun idea to prank the neighbors. And I wrote some letters. They were pranky, but they were of the threatening, pranky kind. They were dipped in fake blood from a toy store. I can't believe I'm telling this.
I'm so glad you are.
And I ran up and down the road with my brother, who very kindly helped, and we put them through the letterbox. My parents, prank done, achieved, great. Everyone was going to get one. My parents got back from a dog walk and the phone rang. And it was a neighbor on the phone to them saying, have you got one too? And me and my brother thought this was really funny. So
because it's working.
Because it's working. Success. So we ran upstairs. And I'm not joking, this is true. The street was it was quickly filled with the entire neighborhood in tears and screaming and worried. And understandably, they had called the police. And Scotland Yard was on its way.
Oh, my God.
And police cars turned up on the road because they've got a killer to catch. By this point, I'm thinking I'm going to jail. And about 3 policemen came into the house. We had to confess to our crime. And they stood over me and my brother. And because he's 18 months older, which is why it's great to have an older sibling, it all got like... He was the one that took the brunt of it. I don't remember what the policemen yelled at me, but they yelled.
All right, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, but then we're popping more balloons with Joe when we come back. We'll be right back.